Namaste to you, namaste, and welcome to this year, 2021 International Yoga Festival at our beloved Pamat Nikatan. And I want to thank Pujya Swami ji and Sattvaji for really bringing this festival still available in these times, so that the many beings who are wanting to participate in some yoga, beautiful yoga from India, may have the chance to do so. And so myself, I am very happy to have been asked to participate in this year's Yoga Festival at Pamat Nikatan. Now, I'm very happy to tell you a little bit about the guided meditation that I'm offering for this year's festival. And it is called Vanish Inside Your Own Silence. Vanish inside your own silence. Now, nothing to be afraid of. The most beautiful thing. Because this guided meditation is here to assist, to introduce you to the direct recognition and experience of your divine nature. And it is very important because many people read about these things, have heard about the true self, the imperishable awareness self, and so on, but are lacking the experience. And so in our satsang and in this guided meditation, I'm guiding you into that recognition itself, and no need to be afraid, because fear comes only from mind. You are not the mind. You are not merely a person. You're not merely your body. But it is possible to go, as we have done up until now, to go through life with the conviction of only being a person, only being this body, and so on. And this is a great sadness because there's so much more to you than this. And you will see through this guided meditation, you are not asked to use any imagination. What you are going to discover is the most real, and it will be the most illuminating, the most inspiring, the most nurturing discovery that can happen to you, because you'll begin to experience from the depth of your heart, without imagination, you're guided into the very core of existence itself. How wonderful that this opportunity exists. And so I would like to encourage you to open your heart, join us for this meditation, and not only for enjoyment, but for freedom, for liberation. And of course, if we do this just once, we sit, it will of course be wonderful for the vast majority who are on board and open to this possibility. But to stabilize in it, you will continue to give your attention to listen to these guided meditations again until somehow the mind is cured from its tendency to leak out into just material and perishable things. You see? So it is an introduction. For some people, it will be the most comprehensive and the most impactful and profound experience. But it's not meant to be an experience as in other experiences that just come and go. But by the very fact that you experience and you see and experience the depth of yourself, you will see that you will have a natural love to want to go more into this. So thank you for your attention. Enjoy this year's yoga festival at Pamat Nikatan, and look forward to seeing some of you if you wish to continue in exploring into the nature of the self. Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you. Bless you. God bless you. The silence, immeasurable, is here. It is neither background nor foreground. It pervades all. Even if some thought or some sensation arises in you, don't mind. Everything comes and goes of its own accord. Only if you give attention to it, if you choose to follow, then you may feel caught. And you can only be caught if you take shape, meaning shape of person and personal identity. So this is very easy for you. The silence is here. But you're not being silent as a practice. This silence, it's not a practice. It's simply here. It has no beginning, but it may appear to begin when the attention is turned away from personhood and discovers the infinite expanse of space and silence. And that is naturally here. The silence cannot be seen. Intuitively and spontaneously, it is recognized within itself. It has no shape. And it is timeless. It is your natural self-experience. Notice, it is just here. You are just here. And there's no waiting. And nothing to wait for. No expectations. I may even say, you're not resting in awareness. You are this awareness, silence itself. It is only because of mind relationship that there may seem to be a doing about this. But there's no doing. It is. There is no separation, such as yourself and silence. They are one. There's nothing to compare. Here, you're beyond shape. All shapes are bound by time and change. And this is natural also. It is natural for that which is changeful to change. There is nothing wrong. But all change is weakness from the unchanging, your own source and self. And you're here. And there is a peace. But there's no peacekeeper. The peace is the very perfume of pure awareness. Again, notice you're not waiting. Actually, there is no you to wait in the old sense of thinking. There's nothing to change. Nothing to fix. Nothing to heal. Nothing to become. Nothing to lose. Nothing to gain. There is only the self. Pure. Uncreated. Neither person nor personal. And you are not imagining this. Just knowing. The sense of being is naturally known. But this beingness is not a verb, it is not something to do. It is naturally present also, because the body is present. The senses are functioning in their own way. Yet there is neither doing nor becoming. Being as it is, and being as you are. Is there even night or day here? What season? What year? What place? Far beyond such things are you. And yet, you have not moved. There's nothing to think about. If a thought should come, there's nothing to do about that. Simply leave it. If you do not entertain it, it simply returns to emptiness. There is no need to identify, even with the self. You already are. Look. Since when are you like this? Since when are you this? You may say, since your attention turns and acknowledges the natural. Or you can say, timelessly, I'm here. Yet not waiting. There's no need to try and be this. It simply is. Notice this for yourself, within yourself. Whether the body is in movement or still, it makes no difference to the awareness. Awareness has no preference for stillness of the body or movement. It remains unaffected. Notice how it is to be, but without waiting or expecting or planning or seeking or doing. Only for a time they may appear some kind of restlessness in the agitated tendencies of the mind. But you are not that. Empty, 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 but not emptying. Empty. Move in any direction. Where could you come to the end of this? For there is neither beginning nor end. You simply are. Sometimes from the mind may come, but I'm so alone here, I'll be lonely. But that's only if you touched mind. When mind is touched, shapes come into play. It's as though you become a person again. Notice the peace that shines here. The natural happiness. A thought may come, but the mind is waiting for a chance to come in. It makes no difference. It makes no difference to this. Only if you pick up this thought, I must do something, I must do that, then this feeling of coming back into shape may happen. But look, is it necessary to sit quietly and unmoving? No. No activity, even the most dynamic activity, will disturb this. It never could. But touch the thought, I am doing, and confusion come. You see, let life just unfold. The unfolding of life includes this body and its movement also. This is quite natural. This does not disturb the self. How natural. No rules. Just this boundless knowing natural, empty, free. Because of the natural silence and stillness that is here, unmoving, yet never stale, never stagnant. No concepts, no words or ideas can convey this. There's no one here doing anything like being still or keeping quiet. Here, mind nicely comes to rest. Sometimes it is perceived a sense of sleepiness, but that is also perceived. It's not a true sleep, but whatever, the self is not going to sleep. It's even beyond being awake. It simply is. It does not require imagination. Do not make this mistake. You are already here, beyond imaginings. Oh, sometimes mind wants a piece of the action, but there's no action. There's nothing wrong with action or activity. Let movement move. Let all things unfold. But you're here. Beyond acting or not acting. Notice this. Give your attention to this. Because all things will change. Accept this. This is the source of love, of peace, of this and all universes, of names and forms arise from this. Here only you're lastingly happy. Here only unbroken peace. And you're not dead. You're alive. But not necessarily in a biological way only. Beyond. This is the abode of all sages. And it is to be found within you. Within you, who are you? This. just this. Sometimes a thought may come from the mind. Oh, it's boring. It's boring. Where is the bored one? Merely a thought. It's neither boring nor entertaining. It's simply here. Knowing this fully and completely is a blessing that will touch every aspect of your formful expression. This is true blessing. Knowing this, not simply in a mental or intellectual way or conviction, but in direct experience, a non-dual experience, where the experiencer and the experience are one. So whether there's movement or not, speaking or not, even thought or not, look, you're undisturbed. Understanding happens. Movement happens. Thinking happens. Life happens. Breathing happens. But you're not happening. You're here as the very ground of all movement. Complete. I ask, can this go away? Can it fade? Can it be distracted by mind? Can it be lost? And who will lose it? Only the imagined self entertains this delusion and suffers it. Of all things, this alone cannot be lost. It cannot be owned. It simply is. And you are this. More and more, each day, the sleep of separateness is thinning away. And you will know, action or no action, comings and goings, ups and downs, this remains the everlasting truth. Fall in love with this. It is your own self. The only beloved that will never leave you. It will never leave you. It is a sense of yourself constructed in a mind that has the impression that it leaves. It is you who leave, but only because of dream. Where could the self go? Where it is not already? Being infinite, it pervades all. Don't speak about it. Don't try to share. Fully, fully, fully be absorbed in this knowing. Be one with it. Let it be your secret and yourself. And watch how beautiful the world becomes in this knowing. How happy you are. You may not be able to change the images appearing in front of you that you call the world, but your presence will be like a point of inspiration, a place of rest for those who are weary in the world. There's no need to go out and to wave a flag. There's nothing to rebel. Leave all to God or the self. You remain. Whatever is to happen through your form will happen spontaneously and naturally. No need to worry. All is well. Even in the midst of the storm, know all is well. Gradually, you will notice your activities, expressions are becoming more spontaneous, less planned, more natural, more light. Whenever the mind strays, don't be angry. Simply return here with your attention, and you'll find this is. It is not waiting. It is not disappointed. It does not judge. Blessed are you in the discovering of this. Discovering of the uncreated self, the everlasting. You're in the heart of God. This body is a time body. It had a birth time, a lifetime, and an end time. It is called the mortal body. But inside, the timeless moves in him or rests inside him for a time. You are the imperishable self. Do not be afraid. Honor yourself. Enjoy. Fall completely in love, for this love will never betray you. Be one with it. Yes. This is the auspiciousness of your life. Om. though this session is now coming to an end, what you are discovering, that which is, will never end. Now that you are awakening from the sleep and the dream of personhood, don't go back to sleep. The grace of God is with you always. I am with you too. As this. Om.
शिवं शान्तम् अद्वैतमानन्दरूपम् श्रीगुरुं नमामि। शिवं शान्तम् अद्वैतमानन्दरूपम् श्रीगुरुं नमामि। अच्युतानन्द गोविन्दम् सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् श्रीगुरुं नमामि। अच्युतानन्द गोविन्दम् सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् श्रीगुरुं नमामि। निर्विकल्पं निराकारं निर्गुणं सकलब्रह्माण्डव्याप्तम् निर्विकल्पं निराकारं निर्गुणं सकलब्रह्माण्डव्याप्तम् अन्तर्ज्योतिस्वरूपम् अन्तर्ज्योतिस्वरूपम् श्रीगुरुं नमामि। शिवं शान्तम् अद्वैतमानन्दरूपम् श्रीगुरुं नमामि। शिवं शान्तम् अद्वैतमानन्दरूपम् श्रीगुरुं नमामि। श्रीगुरुं नमामि। श्रीगुरुं नमामि। सत्सङ्गत्वे निसङ्गत्वं निसङ्गत्वे निर्मोहत्वं निर्मोहत्वे निश्चलत्वं निश्चलत्वं